What is going on YouTube? Thank you so much for joining us once again tonight at 9:30 for a wonderful hour of hot topics and social commentary. First things first, I just want to make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press that big red subscribe button. Be sure to leave us a comment. Give us some feedback on how you think we're doing or give us some suggestions on what you'd like us to discuss in future episodes. Also, be sure to click the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, and also be sure to click the thumbs up button. We want to get 5 thumbs up for this video, if you will. My co-hosts are back, including Tyrone. So what's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry. I'm over here trying to share
Okay.
everything but the right thing. Okay. Go ahead, Jonathan. I'm sorry.
All right, so we're going to start things off with the most recent news because a verdict has come in the Jussie Smollett case. He was accused of lying to police, concocting, supposedly or allegedly, a entire story of him being racially and I guess homophobically bashed or whatever the case may be. He was found guilty today. I'm not sure when his sentencing is set to be announced. Sometimes they do sentencings right after the verdict. Most of the time they do it maybe weeks or months later. So we'll see where that goes. But I'm not expecting him to really do any time. If he does do any time, I'm sure it will be a very limited amount of time. I do want to give my brief opinion on this story. I'm not sure whether I believe the whole story that Jussie was giving about him having a sexual relationship with the brother and them going to a bathhouse and them doing drugs and doing sexual things. And then the brother, I guess, telling his brother what happened and then them attacking Jussie in retaliation. I don't understand that whole storyline or plot line, whatever you might want to call it. I don't know if I believe that Jussie had a relationship with his brother. And the fact that he said that his like the brother, one of the brothers he was having a relationship with, went to him to a bathhouse where other people would be. It's not too often you would find a DO man going, out places with other men to do sexual things. But, that's just been my experience. So, I don't know. I don't know how these other DO men deal. But yeah, it seems like, in my opinion, the jury got the verdict right. I don't know why. I don't know why Jussie did this. I didn't necessarily believe his story, especially with his injuries not being severe at all. He had a scratch on his face. So I don't know what his thinking was behind doing this. And in my meeting that I was in, my support group meeting earlier today, someone was like, why is this news? Why is this so big? And my answer to them was, it's so big because Jussie Smollett made it big. He made sure that he had an interview. He made sure that, all the pieces were together.
I think
he
was
made
on the number one
sure
show at the time also. He was on that
exactly.
show.
And so he knew that because he was on a show that it would gain a lot of interest. So those are my thoughts on it. What do you guys think about it?
We don't. But I just don't understand why he did it. What were you trying to get out of it? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's the point? So, I hope he doesn't get too much time because, it's not like he killed someone. He took time out of the police day, of course, but I just, I don't get why he did it and then what was he trying to get out of it. I don't know.
I personally, just now, I just had to go back to when we first found this out. First found that he was attacked.
Allegedly.
And lies. The lies. Anyway, I was automatically like, oh my gosh, I shared the story all over my Facebook, Instagram, and all that good stuff. And I was like, I can't believe, these racist people gonna come up against the people of the LGBTQIA community. And this is what's when I think about it even further, that was like some mass, like outpouring of love and wanted to uplift Jussie. And I think that's what he was looking to happen.
Mm.
It's just that the police had to do an investigation to make sure that that's what had happened, because
Yeah.
usually,
It
you know,
wasn't
it's
making no sense.
yeah, and when usually stuff like that happens, you got to have a suspect, and people need to be arrested.
Yeah.
And I just think it was just a bad idea.
It shouldn't have been the idea that even want to be out there. I don't really understand what he was.
Well, I'll say this: a bad idea of the desperate.
You were the number one show. What are you just before?
And that's what many of the questions people will ask. Some people have billions of dollars in their account and they still desperate and looking for something else in their life.
Right.
How
wrong? Wasn't he being released from the show?
There are rumors
happened after
at that time.
right?
No, rumors of that.
There was rumors.
Yes.
Before this thing came about that he was being released from the show.
There were rumors that his character was being written off of the show prior to this happening. How true those rumors are?
London.
Yeah. So how true those rumors are, I'm not necessarily sure, but that is something that was going on around that time.
Because allegedly around that time, the streets was saying that he wanted that dough. Mulala.
But
and they was like, no.
I was hearing that as well.
Who's going to pay that just because he got beat?
Well, he did it to get the attention to him, allegedly.
To keep him on the show?
To keep him on the show so he can get some more money and to say that, hey, the people love me.
Yeah.
So you have to pay me more.
That's right. And
he had to be high as hell to come up with some. It had to be a scheme that Todd set up.
With the bulls. Yeah.
Because it was a lot of bull dropping around on this case. Yeah.
He needs some new friends or new relatives or whatever the case may be. And I really hope he gets the counseling that he needs, because something in your mind, if something told you to say, if something in your mind told you to go outside your house and create a problem, knowing that you're a black man and you get the law involved, as if they're not going to research it.
Come on. Find out what's going on.
Something is definitely wrong with your ass. You could be light skinned, but you still a black man, okay? And they showed your ass today.
They showed
you today. Guilty.
Exactly.
And describe your assailants with such noticeable things that anybody can pick out of any lineup, any video in a radius of where you said you were attacked.
And then getting a Subway sandwich at 3:00 in the morning.
But no. Here's the thing. In that area, there is a 24-hour Subway.
No, but
I'm sorry. I was in
who in real life that got a life and then got that kind of money too? We'll go over to freaking Subway to get the freaking Subway sandwich.
In the freezing cold at that. It was freezing.
Winter of January.
In Chicago. And the fact that he made up the part about MAGA hats, like that really made it obvious that he was trying to tell a story. And the fact that the assailants were black men makes it even more obvious that he was trying to sell a story.
Nice.
He had the whole thing thought up. And again, I don't understand his reasoning. I really don't get it. Like I kind of understand the fact that he wanted attention. Yes, I get that, but to go this far, it's a big stretch to me.
Yes,
Tyrone. I don't walk up from the cookout.
Part 2 of reason why, and I laughed. Allegedly, he had an album that was supposed to drop a few months later, and I was like, bruh, come on now. This is your publicity to draw attention to your album that's dropping?
That we wouldn't have bought no matter what show you was on?
Let's keep
Yeah.
that funky. You know what? I think that we need to just come to a conclusion and just leave this alone because we're never going to be able to make sense out of crazy
At
or
all.
stupid
That
or
Very
that is
well put.
lies.
that's very true. I will say though, he does have a movie coming out that he's directed.
Woo!
It's called B-Boy Blues. It does look very interesting, and I
I
think I
heard that
might want to
people
see
like
it.
it. So
I'm
I
pretty sure I would like it. Yeah.
um,
But you know, that's that. So there is another court case that started this week. It is the case of the officer. Her name is Kim Porter, and this is in the same area where George Floyd was murdered. Kim Porter, she was pulling over. Do you want me to acknowledge you now, Jennifer, or go on with the story?
Matter.
I'm sorry, but I just wanted to make sure I said. For some reason, I thought you said Kim Parker like 5 times, but I'm just gonna
No, he said
from the Parkers. I'm so
Jennifer.
Well,
sorry.
you know, I used to, like when I was younger. I'll just say this real quick. When I was younger, I had a DVR. My DVR was nothing but just Judy and the Parkers. I
Okay.
loved the Parkers. But anyways, so this police officer, her name was Kim Porter. She was a 26-year veteran. She pulled over this young man, and I think he had an air freshener that was hanging from his mirror, and that was the reason why he was being pulled over. Once she found out that he had a warrant, she got him out of the car, tried to detain him. He rushed to get back into the car. The officer struggled. She pulled out her gun, screamed taser, 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 and shot the young man once. He drove off, and she then realized that she shot the man instead of tasing him. Now, the jury is made up of mostly whites. I believe it's 7 or 8 white people, 2 Asians, and 1 African American. It seems that this case, she is being charged with manslaughter 1 and manslaughter 2. So, of course, murder is off of the table. So, we're
Which
not sure exactly
makes
how much
sense.
time she might end up getting, but we'll see what happens with that. But I will go ahead and say I'm looking forward to seeing her on the stand. I'm looking forward to seeing her on the stand because I want to know what was going through her mind at that time. And if she realized, because the thing that I cannot get over, I simply cannot get over this because you can see it in the body cam where her arms are stretched out and she can see what is in her hands. And that taser has a very bright yellow color to it, and it is a lot lighter than the gun is. So I really want to understand what her mind was going through, what she was thinking when she pulled her gun and pulled the trigger. Like, it's one thing to pull your gun out and then notice, oh, wait, I got my gun in my hand. I don't
That's
need to
awesome.
shoot this man. I need to tase him.
Get back
Let me put
in.
this gun back in the holster and take out
It's
my
crazy.
taser. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did that not happen? Why wasn't there a switch up in in the situation when she realized that she had a gun in her hand? That's what I
Did the
don't
guy die?
understand. Yes, he did. He did pass away, unfortunately. So my feelings are somewhat mixed on what the verdict might be. I have a feeling that when she takes the stand, the jury might have sympathy for her because, in a way, I do feel sorry for her because I do not feel like she intended to shoot the man, which is the reason why I want to know why she pulled the trigger. So I don't know what's going to happen with this case. In my support group earlier today, the other young men were saying that they're pretty sure that she's going to be found guilty. I think the evidence, meaning the body cam footage, shows what happened, and I think that will work against her. Even though she said taser, taser, taser. Once again, you don't have a taser in your hand, so how could you think that you have a taser? But I'm hoping that justice will prevail. I don't think she needs to be locked away for the rest of her life, but she does need to she does need to go to jail. She does need to go to prison for at least a couple of years, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think about it?
Well, personally, I'm happy that they didn't put her down for murder because we all know that she wouldn't have gotten a guilty verdict with a murder charge because I wouldn't even call that murder, you know. But as far as what she did, and especially with her not only being a 26-year veteran, but also she was actually a trainer
Yeah.
on the force as well. She was training somebody that day. So
Well, we got retrained.
okay.
Okay.
So I agree with you, Jonathan. I think it is going to be something to really watch this trial go forward. I have nothing more to say.
Well, in my mind, after
My mind.
Jonathan broke everything down, sometimes I have to put myself in these situations to see, to give a realistic point of view. And I know her adrenaline had to be rushing because he wasn't the most polite person to deal with, I'm sure, at the time.
Right.
But as an officer, I feel like you have enough training, or you got some training, and they kind of need to train other people, so you're doing something well. Mm-hmm. So you should know the difference between a taser and also a handgun. No, do I think murder should be involved? I don't know. I don't think she did it on purpose. I don't think she did it on purpose. But who kills people by accident? I don't know. I just don't know. I think she should get some time because sometimes, as an accident, you have to pay the piper. So, if it was a regular person on the street who said something like "get back, get back, get back," and the person they get back and they shot him and killed him, it'll be something totally different. So, I think that you're not excluded because you wear a badge, and your camera just happened to say taser, but you knew you got a gun in your hand. Or did you say taser for the camera, and then you still want the shot shooter?
And that's something that crossed my mind as well.
I don't know. We don't know, but the man can't say. I mean, I don't know what should happen. I know that she should get some time. I don't think she should go to jail for life at all. I don't believe that. But I think a good 3 to 4 years, and you can no longer wear a gun or a taser.
Go ahead, because she already let go of the job.
If not, it will let her go. So,
yeah.
So, I think, when you're an officer, you just got to know the difference. This is probably the first time that somebody shot somebody and said taser. Usually they just shoot us, on purpose.
I'm sure it's not the first time. I believe that this is the kind of stuff that's been going on way before they had the cameras. Now we just have cameras.
Exactly. And I don't know if you want to speak on this, Tyrone, but I did want to say really quickly, this is one of the reasons why I would never want to be a police officer, because you get put in these situations where it's literally life or death. And to try to have to make that decision on whether you're going to kill someone, because officers are trained to shoot to kill. So to have to
why are always the white ones doing that, not the blacks?
Because the African Americans aren't big news. It's not what we hear about. It's the white retaliation against the blacks is what goes. That's what's newsworthy. And I remember when this first came out on the in the news, and almost everybody's station had a gun and a taser. The issued taser that she would have had at that time, to look at how different they looked. And then the anchors would always pick them up and say, I don't know how she would have mistaken this. You know what I'm saying?
Is it on the same holster? I know, is it on the same side as the gun?
No, the gun is always on the prominent side, the person's prominent side.
That's no excuse then at all.
It's always on the other side.
That's no excuse. That's no excuse at all.
Even the old guy from the 700 Club, he was like, I just don't understand. How do you do that? And it's like it's a valid question, though he may be old, senile, and racist.
So what you said? I just had a lot of adrenaline. I was not clearly thinking. I just know that I wanted him to.
He hasn't said a whole bunch of nothing.
She really hasn't said much, and again, that's why I want to see her on the stand, because I really want to see what her explanation is. Like, what do you have to say about this?
You think she would do the Fifth Amendment like a chauvinist?
I don't think she will, because she's actually stated that she wants to take the stand. So if someone wants to take the stand, then they typically want to get off their chest their side of the story. So I'm sure she wants to tell what her side of the story is. And I'm not sure if it's going to be all the way believable. I have a feeling it's not going to be believable. But, whatever it is, we'll hear when the time comes. Tyrone, did you have an opinion on this?
If you fake cry, you get up. So just fake cry, girl.
Just like this. Put your face right.
And no tears come out.
That's how you do it. Go ahead, Tyrone. What we gonna say? If anybody wanted to know what me and Tyrone were drinking,
It ain't water.
it wasn't water.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
they are indulging tonight.
we both had a long day. It wasn't a rough day. It was just a long day. But we had some Stella Rosa peach. It was very tasty, and now my feet are getting warm. Go ahead, Ty.
It's gonna be a great night.
Go ahead.
This takes me back to the case in Dallas, Texas, where unfortunately the young man lost his life when the police officer wrongly entered his apartment, thinking it was hers.
Yep.
I don't like to think about that.
It is very difficult for the public to really trust your judgment.
Yeah.
In cases like this, and really, really take your side.
Exactly.
And like Jonathan said, now we got cameras. Back in the day when there was no cameras, hey, whatever it was,
whatever you said, that's what
whatever
happened.
you said, that's what happened. Because they are no longer here to defend themselves. Growing up, I heard that tale. Dead men don't tell no tales.
Well then.
And it's unfortunately that this young man has lost his life and can't tell his side of the story. And thankfully, we can hear a little bit of his story through this video. And I'm hoping that the people that are on the jury don't put their personal feelings in it, but you can't help but to put your personal feelings in it because you're human.
Exactly.
And really look at the situation, not villainize this young man for running because he had warrants, and look at it as she took a life.
That's easier said than
Had
done.
the
They gotta
option.
look at that.
She had the option not to take a life.
Right.
Even if she did not realize she was using lethal force. And that's where I think this case is going to come down to the wire. And I believe they may end up having a split decision in the jury.
I'm thinking that might be too.
You know, as you described the jury pool, that is very, very interesting. Diverse jury pool. I haven't heard a jury pool on these type of cases be that diverse in a long time.
Well, this is sad. So let's move forward. Oh gosh, we do have
another sad story.
Yeah.
Another sad love song breaking my brain like crazy.
Like crazy. Yes. Come on, Tony.
Torn up.
Torn up.
All tore up.
Speaking of all torn up, I know that Nick Cannon is all torn up about his son that has passed away, his youngest son that passed away from brain cancer, no less. That child was 6 months old?
6 months, yes.
6 months old with brain cancer. He was a cutie. So I pray that the parents of that child, both Nick Cannon and his lady friend, are able to make it on through, because it's horrible losing a child that young. But from the videos that we've seen of Nick Cannon on the TVs, it looks like he might be able to recover by using his talents that he has in his pants.
I'm trying to be laughing at this time right now, but the friends is making me laugh.
Yes, his print was on full frontal press this week as well. Don't worry, Tyrone, we won't try to have you talk about Prince today. Anywho, did you see it in the video, Jonathan?
I wasn't able to really see it like clearly. But the fact
Oh,
that
you
you
needed the
sent it,
close-ups.
yeah, but the fact that you sent it lets me know that it's there. And that's
Yeah.
all I need to know at this point. I'll do further investigation at a later point. But yes, I'm pretty sure that it's there and it's
Yes.
there.
So you know what? There, you have sad moments, and then you have moments where you realize it's going to be okay. Moving forward, did y'all see Jacquees do the national anthem? Why your face with like that, Mike? Oh Lord, the national anthem. He sang it for a football game. Football, Lord have mercy. Basketball
Uh-oh.
game.
Basketball.
What did y'all think of his rendition?
I heard just like only the clip that was on the Shade Room.
Yeah.
So it was expected. It was what I expected. Now I really thought that he was going to try to do a little bit more, because he likes to go crazy with the runs, like old Beyonce. Like she was going crazy with the runs on those first two Destiny's Child albums. Child, she didn't know what.
She was.
Child. But
what
yes,
you have to do those bring her in this, okay?
It was necessary, Mike. I'm so sorry.
He don't come for us. Please don't come for us.
But he was not off key. It didn't sound terrible. Like I said, it was what I expected. He gave us what he could give us. And that's all we can ask for. I'm not going to shade him and his voice. He's got a record deal, so he's out here for a reason. Somebody likes to hear it, so they gonna hear it. There you go. Mike, what you think?
When somebody says you gave what you gave and nothing more, then that's shade right there in itself. So, I don't think Jacquees is a horrible singer. Do I think he's the best singer? No. But I feel like Jacquees needs to only sing his songs and his songs only. Studio. Okay? Because we have heard many redemption or whatever the word is. Yes, of the national anthem. Many. Some good and some bad. Jacquees goes in the bad part for me. It was too many he's and it just would not end. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who watched the whole time because I was hoping that it got better, but it never got better. And
it's
how
the secondhand embarrassment for me.
I bring Beyonce back into this. No, when she did it for the
Super
football
Bowl
game, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It took you from like it just took you there. Like it just took you there, okay? She did just enough runs where you got enough for your spirit. Jacquees didn't even take me to the part. It's like I was missing something at the end. You know how you play a piano and you miss that one part and you just gotta hit that one part? Like it did not give it to me. I don't think it gave it to anybody. The comics was definitely hilarious under the Shade Room, and I think he needs to go back and watch the video over again, give him a vocal coach, a good one at that, and he need to go back in hiding until he gets to do a little bit better. Or just sing your own music because that was a mess. You're sitting right next to Fergie, and I don't know who was better and who was worse. That's bad.
To be honest, I will say really quickly before Tyrone speaks on this. I will say that Jacquees' voice is an acquired taste. You really have to, when you first listen to his voice, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. It's really no in between with Jacquees here. And I will agree with you, Mike, as well. The ending was a little anticlimactic. It seems like he
couldn't go that far.
I would have expected him to try to do some tricks and whatnot up there, but he just kind of backed. He just kind of backed off of it. He just kind of backed off of it at the end. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a big ending,
like,
and it really wasn't at all. Tyrone, what are your thoughts on it as a music man?
I'll let Jen go first.
I'm gonna go real quickly. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I heard that he was doing a national anthem, I didn't care to listen to it.
She didn't watch it. She knows nothing of it besides the fact that it happened.
All I know is that I heard a little he, and I was Because I actually tried because I knew we were going to end up talking about this. I heard a little bit of it and I said no. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're crying.
He ain't got no
I heard
range.
that.
He don't have no range, no nothing. I don't know what y'all
nothing.
think he's
I
gonna
thought
do.
he was gonna do better.
Jen-
I was like Jalen Darlington. I thought he was gonna do better.
Jen said it 100%. There is no range there.
No.
He was like here in the box
the whole time.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Now I praise you for not going outside your lane
Right.
Because he know he ain't-
because you
He could have
know
tried so many
the
things.
streets
He
would
really
have
could have.
been worse. But how many times you practice that joint, dog?
None. On the way there.
yeah. Like
I'm thinking he just read
You
the words
had to
before he got
practice.
on the floor
No,
and then just
no,
sang it.
no. He had to practice this joint for like all his life.
Not all his
No.
life can't be. Because that was
No.
what gave us
That's a
No.
lie.
yeah,
That's
No.
a
career.
No,
No.
because the decision to make those runs that he did downward
On the national anthem and that.
on the national anthem, where everybody else goes up. You practice that all your life.
And that's what I was confused about at the end. He didn't go up, he went down. I'm like, what?
And he didn't even elongate the notes.
No. And
yeah, he kind of cut it short too.
And it felt like he did it on purpose.
Being that I didn't see the whole thing, so at the end, I'm just guessing. So when it was done, did it take a second for people to realize he was finished?
no, you knew
No,
he
because
was
you knew he
done.
was done.
You knew he was finished because he
Well,
stopped singing.
your ear
Was looking for more.
was looking
Yes.
for
Expecting
the
it to last longer.
climax. Like
Even if
Mike
he didn't
said,
climax
but
and he
there
just
was
stretched the
no
note out,
climax.
I would have been better. I would have been better with that. He didn't even stretch the note out. He just said he, and it kind of just ended there. And I'm like,
Jen, you have to see this. Okay. Growing as a trained musician, we were told to analyze the Star Spangled Banner, and the Star Spangled Banner
It's a
musically
difficult song.
is the most difficult
It is
song
because it does so much and too much all at the same time.
because
Right.
there are hidden modulations
Mhm.
within the song and phrases
Yes.
that stretches.
That's why
the
you got to
voice.
start off stupid low for
Very
some people if you don't have a
it
high
is
register.
Right.
And
Exactly.
that's what he
Tony
did.
Braxton low.
He did
Tony Lowe.
Tony
yes.
Braxton low in the beginning,
Was
and
he
everybody was like, "Wait,
Was he whispering?
he did."
no, he,
No.
he should have. He should
He
have.
had,
That would have been better.
he had like two
He-
whisper moments.
Yeah.
You were like, "Whoa, what was that?" That's not in the written music.
You know how when you hear somebody sing any song great, you have to listen to it maybe more than one time because it was just so damn good. What and done, okay? Just not even go back to
No.
that.
I
Because
don't need that
everybody's ear wanted to hear this. You see how my hand went
And
all the
see,
way up
I
here?
think
Right.
That's-
He did this.
that's why that Star Spangled Banner that was sung by Jasmine Sullivan and that country man at the
Mhm.
Super Bowl last year. That was that was like
That was it.
and they came together so well. And she was all that stuff. I was like, "Ooh, yes, please, give me all of that." But I knew I wasn't going to catch any of that from Jacquees because here's a problem. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Excuse me, Jacquees.
Jacquees.
And let me tell you something. That name is spelled absolutely atrociously.
J-A-C-Q-U.
We need to work on that.
Maybe just take out the C. Maybe just take out the C. I think
If
it
we
might be
take out
okay.
the C, it will clean up so much.
The
It was
silent.
good.
Jacquees. My name is Jacquees.
Voice, Mike, that was good. The first time I heard him singing in the car, or whatever, all them videos that he was doing other people's songs, and that one time he was like,
That caught so many attention of everybody.
Oh, no.
Child.
Who is this?
And the thing about Jacquees is I like there are two songs that I really like of his. Like there's a song like "In the Club" that he has with Dej Loaf. I think that's like
Oh.
a hit. That's
That's
a banger.
right. Dej Loaf made
And
that song.
he also was on
Who's
was
good
on
on
Lil
that too?
Duval's song called "Nasty" with Tank. I love that
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
song. So
Tank made that song.
Jacquees, he's I was watching the episode of Martin with Notorious B.I.G. was on there, and Pam and Gina they wanted to try out for him, and Pam was
Uh-huh.
like, Gina, you got a voice for yeah around the house.
Gina!
You know what I'm saying?
Come
That's what I'm
on,
thinking
Gina.
about with Jacquees. He's got that
Yeah, just a little.
that around the
Yeah,
house. Not the whole
that's
out in
it.
public thing.
Not much more than that.
I mean,
I think with some good vocal coach and to take it very serious,
Yes.
warm your
I-
vocals up, and so I don't think he warmed up at all because
oh, he warmed
I
up.
felt like he wanted to, at the end. I can just look at his face and maybe it was just me just wanting more. I really felt like he wanted to go more in the end, and he just said, "No, I can't do it."
I
And
think he was
stopped
nervous
it.
about
I
that.
think he was nervous
You
too.
can hear the nervousness in
Yeah.
No,
him.
that's just how he sounds.
No. Dang.
Oh, ain't no. He has some good songs. I can say he has some good studio songs. I haven't heard him live, other than that right there. But I feel like you have to stay in your lane. You have to accept certain things, and you have to decline certain things. Next time, decline national anthems when it's too big of a song for you.
Yeah.
You have to know your
That's
lane.
okay.
It's not wrong with that at all. It's nothing wrong with that.
And I would love to say, just to uplift him, he has taken his dreams and turned it into something else. He has
Amen.
called himself the king of R&B, prince of R&B, or
Self-appointed.
whoever. He
King.
has self-appointed himself as the king of R&B, but people still call him that. They
Who?
still call him king. They call him the king of R&B because that's what he calls himself.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. They
I
only
can
say
give
it
it
because
to
he
him.
said it about himself.
Exactly. I can give it to him. He made his dreams come true. He may not be the true king, but he's out there dipping it and doing it better than a lot of other people out here in these streets that can actually sing, but he's just, Jacquees, and he do his thing.
I do want to mention something about not Jacquees, but when you're speaking about Beyonce, I'm a Beyonce stan.
Yes, you are.
Runs. Now I have to agree. You don't bring it up. I can bring it up, but you don't bring it up. Okay.
Okay.
She did too much, but it's one song in particular. I think she was singing on Oprah with Destiny's Child, "Silent Night," and she was getting on my nerves with that song. Okay.
I remember that drink.
It was too much.
She was running for days. She did a whole marathon on that, man. Look, I didn't know which one was better, the Jingle Bells or that Silent Night.
Like, I want y'all to listen to that song "Silent Night" by Beyonce. I really think it was on Oprah's show, but she was doing so many runs, every word, syllable. I was like, "Girl, just get through the fucking song." Like,
can we get through the verse, girl? Damn.
Like, Jesus.
And I know everybody else was waiting to get to their parts, and she.
What parts?
Oh,
I'm just playing. And also, I know we was talking about movies with Jussie Smollett. Him. I did see yesterday King Richard.
Okay, yeah.
That movie
Wasn't it good?
So good.
Yeah.
Tearjerker good. Like, I think I
Yeah.
cried maybe 3 times in that movie. It was so good. If you have not seen it, you guys in the world, and please watch that movie. Because it was a lot of controversy about the movie. About how are you going to talk about your father? And you guys are the ones that are doing everything. That father really, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't beat a Serena and a Venus that we know about, okay?
Come on.
Exactly. And my opinion on that, Mike, is the title of the movie is King Richard. So the movie is about King Richard. People.
But it's like paying homage to your father. Like, you're paying.
Exactly.
Thank you, Father, for pushing me, even having this goal that you wrote down to push me to where I need to be at. It was just amazing for me.
It's like, y'all know we're going to get a Venus and Serena story sometime down the line. Y'all know for a fact that it's coming. So, I agree with you, Mike. I loved King Richard, and there's a lot of Oscar buzz going around about Will Smith and possibly the woman who played his wife. I can't remember what her name was, but she did very good as Oracene. I loved that movie.
And let me
I
tell you this,
loved
this
it.
is a little bit of shade. They picked them young characters as Serena and Venus to the T, okay? And
Yeah,
that,
they
you know,
What it is?
because you know how they was looking back in the day.
Okay.
They looked like Venus and
Question,
Serena.
guys. Has don't tell anybody. Maybe I'm not with it. I should have done my Googles. I'm just gonna ask you. Has he gone to glory? Is he still in the land of the living?
I asked that too.
He's still alive.
Oh,
Okay.
I was on Google.
There are
yesterday, but
rumors
I
that
got
his health.
sidetracked.
There are some rumors that his health isn't the best at this time, but he is definitely still alive. And I think they wanted to make sure this movie came out before he went on to glory,
Yeah.
so they can make sure that he could
Which
see
is
it
why
and see
he
that they
wasn't
paid
on the press tours and stuff like that, and at the premiere.
exactly.
Okay.
But the sisters were very involved. Isha Price, which is their sister, she was an executive producer. Will Smith was a producer. They had a very new director. He did very well. Again, it is a really, really,
Really good.
really good movie.
I'm not a
Really,
movie
really
person at
good.
all. I am not a movie person, and I was even trying to watch a movie yesterday. I just was on HBO Max. And I was like, let me just try to find something to do. While I wash clothes and fold clothes. And it got to the point where I was like sitting up in my bed. Then I got into it, like really just like
Yeah.
got into it. Like didn't want to leave the room while they was playing. Like it
Oh,
was
gosh.
so
Look at
powerful.
the time.
He was a bit much now.
He was
A bit much.
You can see that.
And shout out to Will Smith for playing him to the T. Will Smith really shows he's a great actor. We already knew that, but every movie is like it. Like he goes up, it never goes down. He's a
Agreed.
great actor. To be such a jokester, he played them parts.
Yeah, and the shorts were they were there.
It
The
wasn't giving me
80s.
Nick Cannon, but it gave me.
Oh,
He played the part. Okay.
okay. Jennifer, what we got up next?
Moving forward, there has been news that's out saying that Tristan Thompson, the current baby father of Khloe Kardashian, has messed up again. He reportedly has his female trainer. Why would they let him get a female trainer? That anyway, he don't know how to keep his hands to himself or his penis either.
Okay.
But
Child.
she's pregnant, and it's all out there. And Khloe Kardashian looks stupid yet again. Even if they have an open relationship, it still looks really crazy, especially getting someone pregnant. Man, what are you guys thinking, man?
This is an example of for all people, but especially women, that if he does it one time and take him back, he's gonna do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Women and
Like-
men and women, it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, but men get cheated on, they usually can't take it, and they usually move on
You right.
quicker. So,
Yeah.
And we definitely talked about this last week too. So
yes, but women, it's just because it's your pee, and it could be amazing. It's still
That
not good enough
hoo-ha
to keep
can
a
be
man.
shooting rainbows, honey. You still gonna find somebody.
okay.
Yes.
If
Again,
he is that type of man, he's going to do what it is that he wants to do if you allow him to.
if you allow.
Now, I really feel like Khloe left him in the beginning, but when you went back to him, I'm like, why did you go back? Yeah, I mean, we all are human, so I'm not saying you made a mistake, Khloe, but hopefully this time you will not take him back. And I feel like she's kind of the strongest one of them all anyway. Allegedly, she's not a Kardashian. That might be why. But I feel like she won't be taking him back this time.
For me, I feel as though Khloe has this picture of a perfect man for her.
Mhm.
And it seems like Tristan is kind of the
y'all.
current man who is in that picture. And when you realize that that man does not match the picture that you have in your head, and there are other things that are kind of making it so that you would not want to be with him or not trust him, then maybe it's time that you either change the picture in your mind or change the man that you're with. It's got to one or the other has got to change your expectations. If he's not meeting your expectations, girl, then you got to either put your foot down or just take it. And to me, I don't know if Chloe's going to stay with him or not. Frankly, I don't give a damn. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you picked him, Chloe. You picked him. And, of course, maybe she might not have known that he was a cheating asshole. Maybe he did. Maybe she didn't know that. But once you find out that he is said cheating asshole, then that is your cue to bounce, girl.
So I'll say this also. When you pick somebody who's in the he's part of the ABA, right? Is he part of the NBA?
Yes.
Tristan?
I thought you said ABA. NBA. Yes.
NBA. I feel like that kind of comes with the territory. So you have to know. It's not the territory that she wanted.
Right.
Pick a different like something else then. All right, get a man who's not in the industry but still got a coin. I don't know if it make a difference, but still, if I want a successful marriage, I wouldn't go to somebody who's in the NBA and get with them. To me, it's too many girls fronting around, and I'm a man, but sometimes you can only be so strong when you get all that in front of your face. Okay.
Oh, and I think that she just wants him. She really, really wants him and wants things to work.
Yeah.
But I think he really enjoys the fame and the notoriety for being her boyfriend / baby father and all that stuff, because they tried to put the trainer / current new baby mama, they tried to give her a gag order, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So she can't talk.
So not only she couldn't talk, but he couldn't talk about it either. There's a possibility that could have been, what's the mother of the Kardashians?
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner. For all we know, she could have made sure to try to orchestrate that, but they also tried to give her $750,000.
I heard the ticket too.
But here's the problem. When you think about it, it would actually work out better for her to get the child support. She'd get way more money in the like she could possibly
in the long run
a couple of $1 million in 18 years.
Does he get that
versus that? Hey, if he continued to play basketball,
right?
And
yeah,
then,
something.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
I was going to say, and what if Chloe decides to marry him? Because I could see that happening.
I don't think she's gonna do it.
I don't think she will either.
I feel like her and Kim are kind of like the ones who got their shit heads. If it was the other one,
Courtney?
The other one, the one who looked just like
Kylie?
Kim. No.
Kylie?
No, the one who looked just like Kim.
Kendall?
Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on. Chloe. Not my Chloe, I think. Chloe's the one who's not the who might be the different sister with different name.
Yes, that's Chloe.
So this is Courtney.
Courtney, she's engaged to Travis Barker or whatever his name is.
Okay, so Chloe's one with Tristan, right?
Yes, and
you know what? I'm gonna be quiet. This story isn't gonna do it. Me, just bump me. Okay, my bad. I'm getting confused. It's too many.
But,
you had it right at first.
Yeah, you did. But going along with what Jennifer said, I watched this interview on Vlad TV with Jason Weaver. If you guys do know or not know, Jason Weaver, he played Michael Jackson in the American. What's the name of that movie? American Dream.
Yeah, American Dream anthology, man. That's a whole 5 hours that I watch every time it come on TV. I mean, the whole 5 hours, and I'm gonna need that on DVD or something like that because that's a bomb movie.
Okay, but when Jason Weaver was doing this interview, I don't know if you know this, but he sung young Simba's parts in The Lion King, and so he was discussing that Disney wanted to give him a sum of money up front for his rights for being a part of the movie, and he chose to actually get the increments in every year. He'll continue to get checks and checks and checks and checks, and he said, in the long run, he's gotten a lot more money the way that he ended up doing it instead of getting all the money up front. So, you know, if you just hang on in there, you know, you might end up setting yourself up with something good if you just be patient.
I have a question for Jonathan.
Yes.
I just want to text how faithful you are. Let's say you're in a committed, devoted marriage, okay?
Okay.
You are in love. You guys have been together maybe like very first 3 years, and you are really in love. You guys are, you know, doing it big. And let's say one night you and the gang are in the same room by yourself. And he offers you a good night. What would you do, Jonathan?
Here's my thing, okay? Because Mike knows that I have a thing for the rapper The Game. However, I see myself in a relationship when I am in a very committed relationship, and especially when I am married. There is nothing that any man would be able to do that will make me go that far to actually do something with him. Will it cross my mind? Hell yes, absolutely. I will definitely be thinking about doing something with that man, because you know what? I would love to do something with that man. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be faithful to the one that I love, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about how this is going to make him feel. How is this going to make him feel? And then what is it that the game will do for me or with me after we do whatever we do? Is he going to be in a relationship with me? I don't think he will. So, you know, of course you don't want to say that you want to, you know, weigh the pros and the cons, because there shouldn't be any pros. But anyways, you know, I would have to. Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
Hold on, there are pros. It's the sex. That's the pro right there. That's the pro. And then here's the thing.
Okay, well then yeah. So yes, weighing the pros and the.
And that's the pro alone. I don't care if it's just bad or not. I did it.
But you know, as the married people, we actually are open about the people that we are attracted to, so that we won't be up in our heads like, oh Lord, oh my gosh, I would love to have hot sexual relations with them. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But we're able to get it out and not feel like I'm over here having these nasty thoughts and he don't know what's going on with me and stuff like that. I'm not keeping anything from him. But that's just, you know, one level of the marriage and stuff like that. But Tyrone, what do you think about what's going on in Tristan's mind as a man, straight man? It's his trainer. They had a relationship, I bet y'all.
Yeah, I believe the whole entire time they've had a relationship.
I'm sure.
I actually feel bad for Chloe.
I don't.
But I don't at the same time. She's gone through a lot of basketball players, and
that's her fault.
But she's even gone through it with him. He's already done her wrong before he even got somebody pregnant.
I know.
These are terrible.
It's just like, you know, you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a new results, and that is insanity, man. And she literally has gone crazy in the past dealing with these guys. Why continue to do that? I think that's you.
Well, maybe she needs to stop stealing her friends or ex-friends' boyfriends.
I mean, but that's her MO. That's her character.
She likes to steal people's man.
She likes to steal people's man.
Who she stole?
You know,
and she likes to be around ballers.
I think it's you know, like French Montana, was it? He was with Trina at one time, and she stole French Montana from Trina.
Is it she stole or he just slept with her or something?
No, they were in a relationship.
Relationship.
And when he left Trina.
Well, I know it wasn't French Montana telling her something totally different.
Child.
You know how these men are.
I do find it. I would
believe that if it was just a one-off situation. She's taken a lot of her friends'
Yes.
men's from
Yes.
Lauren
That
London.
person.
From Lauren
Yeah.
London to once again Trina and Lala. She's
Because
But weren't they saying someone
maybe
named
not
Jordan?
Lala.
Weren't they saying someone named Jordan was sleeping with Tristan at one time?
Yeah, that's her sister
No.
best friend. That
And they
was
don't kiss.
huh?
They had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mhm.
Didn't Jordan admit it that they had sex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't pay that
I
much
thought she
attention.
did.
Sorry.
I saw it on the line of Instagram.
Man.
Scroll it. Oh.
But still,
no.
at the very end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
She
And also I saw that. Also, she got with Tristan while he was still with his baby's mother.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, how you get them, Chloe, is how you lose them.
Okay.
Over and over and over again.
But
So,
you know,
do you
it's
think-
got to be something about her that they keep going in there.
No, it's Wait, go in what? What are you talking about? Getting back with Tristan?
No, it's something about her that you know they fall for her, and then
Because her name
they
is
be like,
Khloe Kardashian.
I'm
I
out.
think Chloe I think she's one of the best Kardashians to me. I think she just
I agree.
I mean, she's the
She's
most
my
down to
favorite.
earth. And
She's
how
the
Lamar
most
talks about
down to earth.
Chloe, like she's really probably a caring person,
right?
and
Yeah.
really probably lifts you up in the downtime.
Yeah,
But she
and
goes
that's how
about
she get 'em.
but she goes about relationship in the absolute wrong way. You can't see somebody's man and be like, "Ooh, I want that." You may be my best friend, but I think I'm gonna get that still.
Time out. Flag on the play. What if she was just being a great friend and that dude came at
If
her?
it's my best friend's
But
friend,
she
I don't
still
really
took the
care.
initiative to have sex with that man, so
Thank
she
you.
took it
Thank
further.
you.
It takes two.
You
to
don't
have
have
sex.
to. You don't have to take it there. It takes
You don't
two
have
to
to make
tango.
nobody have you ain't making woof.
But
And
if you
the
really,
chicks, you have to have some kind of attraction and flirting going on. Anybody just say,
Exactly.
"Hey, let's have sex."
You don't just have sex with people just because you care. Oh, you
Right.
care for me a whole lot. Let's have sex. And then you still have to say, okay.
Right. You still have to give consent. You know, you still have to say yes. I'll do it with you. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
but if she, that is her kryptonite.
Well, she needs to
Well,
find
still in your
something
best
else.
friend's friend, your best friend's
Yeah,
friend.
the best friend
That's not cute.
D
That's not
is
cool.
your kryptonite.
I'm
I
just
mean,
But-
that's what happens.
But that's why you'll never have success in a relationship because you're starting
Exactly.
off your
Karma.
relationship in poison.
Right.
But she doesn't know that.
And
Even
she
after
gonna have to
She knows that.
You
She's
keep
Too
doing
long
it.
to make it right.
You keep doing it.
That was
You don't
you got
know
to
it.
know because why she's single now. He cheated on her again.
Mhm. You think she
No,
gonna
her
leave?
marriage didn't left with Lamar.
Well, that's kind of Lamar's fault. He
Lamar
was
was
having
crazy.
Well, it's the karma from taking her other friends. You ain't gonna be
Okay.
blessed when you.
I
One
will
thing
say I
said,
did like her
God don't
relationship
bless
with
no
La-
man. Tamar
I
said
will
that.
I will
Don't
say I
say
did
that.
like her relationship with Lamar. I did think they were a cute couple, but clearly Lamar messed that up.
She-
So
I don't think
God don't bless no mess.
I don't think it's just him. Well, then
I'm
again,
sure
it's
both
like,
of them have something to
he
do
ain't
with
make
it.
him
But
take no drugs.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
Nah, he was doing that long before she came along.
all right.
right, and maybe she just didn't know about it. But
Well, she knew about it.
She,
shit, yeah.
but she
Yeah,
did
it's
You
know
all
somebody
about
acting
it.
crazy and high. You know somebody acting high.
She did know about it, and she took it to her sisters
Coke high
and
and
her
weed
mom.
highs. You know.
and they ain't give her no help.
Ain't no Kardashians know about it.
Well, we'll see where things go from here. But we want to thank you guys so much for joining us again for another wonderful night of Hot Topics. Make sure you join us again next week. Same time, same place, same beautiful faces. My Instagram is jojo_3020. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click the big red subscribe button. Be sure to leave us a comment. Be sure to click the notification bell. Be sure to give us the thumbs up. Again, we want to get 5 thumbs up on this here video. Michael, give us your social media platforms.
My social media platforms is Twitter and also Instagram, Mr. Real 121, just like at the bottom of the screen. MRREAL121. Any questions, comments, or concerns, just put them in my inbox. I will definitely get back to you.
All right, Jennifer Tyrone, drop it down. Let us know.
My Instagram and Twitter is JStarBright. And if you would like to see my Facebook, you can always pull up my government name, Jennifer Star McCullum, and you'll be able to see me on the Facebook.
I am Mr. TD McCullum on the Facebooks and Instagrams. Hit me up. I'm out.
And just
Oh.
real quick, guys, if you have any, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, if you would like for us to talk about something in specifics, please just go ahead and send an email to williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. That way we'll be able to see your questions, comments, and concerns. And of course, we'll be able to address them. And of course, if you do have a question, comment, and or concern and you want to be anonymous, we will respect your privacy and make sure to do it that way. Jonathan.
Absolutely. Well, once again, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next week. Have a blessed day. Bye, y'all.
Bye.